Hello everyone, V here and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. I know that we spent a lot of the time in the swamp, but yeah, it seems like this is the location where you get to do the most stuff out of all the places in the entire game. So yeah, now time to finish up with that. Oh my god, that looks so freaking uncomfortable when dude does that with his throat. But yeah, time to finish up with the curse of the frog god, and then we can finally go rescue Charles. Yeah, this frog person seems more cheerful about the situation than the others you've seen. Hey, don't touch that. Oh, attacking man. That's right, I'm a human man, and not a frog at all. I have reason to believe that you're actually a frog in a man's body somehow. Well, it's my body now, and I'm keeping it. I don't need any dry skin leg walkers coming in here and... Holy cow, you've got the missing eye. This big emerald? Yeah, I was just noticing that it looks an awful lot like the other one. Okay, I absolutely need you to step away from that statue right hopping now. You don't want me to fix it? It looks pretty important. It's very important. It's an ancient idol of the frog god. And when the humans blasphemed against it by removing that eye, this particular human right eye, I might add, they were cursed with the great croaking one's righteous fury. Oh, so that's why all the people here on the frogs that bog nearby. Yeah, you guessed it. It's the old Freaky Friday routine. They already have this movie? I don't know what that means. Forget about it. The point is, the humans did the crime, so now is the frog's time to shine. And if I put the eye back, if you put the eye back, it undoes the curse, yeah. Oh fuck, maybe I shouldn't have told you that. Those frogs, people really want their bodies back. Well, so hop and what? Hop them! Jeez, man. Look, take your inherent pro-human bias into account and consider the justice of the situation, okay? These people come rolling in here with the machines and stuff, tear up our land, spill oil and gasoline everywhere. Then they find this ancient religious icon, and the best thing they do is try to loot it. These aren't good people, and they got what was coming to them. Well, what should I do? I'll tell you what to do. Take the other island statue. What? I don't want to be a frog. Nah, don't worry about it. It won't curse you. What it'll do is make the original curse permanent. No take-backs, no do-overs. That's just a tadpole. Tell you what, I'll sweeten the deal. You can keep the emeralds. Heck, I'll make a necklace for you. You like necklaces? I'm still getting used to having a neck myself. Well, I'll think about it. Well, considering that I haven't really figured out how to walk these fists yet, I can do much to stop you either way. But I'm warning you, if you put the eye back, you're gonna find yourself on the wrong side of history, pal. But we can talk to the dude. I guess I want to talk about it some more. Alright, well, from where I'm standing, it's a pretty straightforward thing. Just walk over there and yank the emerald out of its socket. I don't understand, why do you want that? Didn't I already explain this, pal? I want this swap to be permanent. I want to keep this body. Yeah, I know that you need to talk with this dude about it, but in a proper order. Why do you want to be a human so much? Because it's exciting and new. Check out these thumbs. Are you kidding me? Some of these climb-type frogs have rudimentary thumbs, but not like these tadpoles. I'm gonna give so many thumbs up to people, it's gonna be great. Thumbs are pretty good, I guess. I don't appreciate mine enough. Right, forget being a frog. Being a frog sucks, and I guarantee the others agree with me. Well, if you say so. The humans can't have those dumb frog bodies. Serves them right. A frog gave me this emerald. How is that possible? Oh, that was probably me. I mean him. Try that again. This human's mind in my frog body. I was hopping around in here when it happened. Probably woke up first and stole the jewel. Again, it's just like him. At least I assume so based on the only fact I know about him, which is that he steals the jewels. How do you know how the statue works? I just kinda know? It's like I can hear the frog god speaking to me through the idol, sort of. Not exactly, it's hard to explain. Gosh, maybe you're the frog chosen one or something. Haha, well, I'll try not to get a swell head about it. Your head is bigger than your whole body was before, though. Yeah, good job. That was literally the joke I was making. Try to keep up, kid. Ah, I see. Yeah, why did you take the gem out yourself? I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't exactly have fine motor control over his body yet. I can't even stand up straight without pulling over. It ain't pretty well, the others can't even talk yet. Oh, really? Must be because I'm the frog chosen one. I mean, you might be. Kid, I'm pretty sure that's not a thing. It seems rude to these people. Don't take this side, they deserve what they got. They deserve to be turned into frogs. That's right, they do. Those guys blasphemed against the frog god, and being stuck with those dumb frog bodies is their just deserved. Okay, but are they all guilty? That one frog gave me the emerald to fix the statue with. He seemed like a pretty good guy, at least. That was the one who stole the eye in the first place. He's the particular guy who wrecked the statue. Maybe he feels bad about it. Oh, I'm sure he does now that he's being punished. If you can't take the slime, then don't do the crime. Well, look, kid, if you can't convince me to change my mind about this, well, it's not working. Sure. If you want to try the argument again, be my guest. I haven't got anywhere else to be at the moment. I don't know that I got any more points to make. Well, maybe if we make them a different order, it'll help. This is the first time I've ever had an argument with anyone, so I'm still figuring out myself. Let me catch my breath for a second. So yeah, as I said, it needs to be done in a proper order. Okay, let's try whatever goes. Right next to the statue, something like getting more of its energy or whatever. Okay, why did we want to be a human so much? Okay, so we have a little bit of a different talk. Completely forgot that that's a thing. I only remember that there is the... I admit, when I was playing, I was just, mashing buttons really quick, so... Yeah, because it's kind of new. Check out these thumbs, are you kidding? Okay, so... Instead of being a frog rule, though. Yes, well, sure, but come on, what's the thing humans like? Having sex. Oh wow, you guys do that too? This is gonna be amazing. Okay, but ooh, I can't wait to see what that's like. I totally forgotten what the point I was gonna make. Yeah, frog gave me this emerald. How do you know that statue works? Okay, so that's not the order. Like I said, I'm gonna keep trying. Okay, maybe this. How do you know? Okay, frog gave me this emerald. One way or another, I'm going to eventually get to this. So yeah, if it won't work, then I mean, nah, it will definitely. Let me take color. Ooh. In different orders, but it's gonna eventually work, so... Seems rude to these people. Yeah, I take exception to that species being a frog ruled. Can you breathe through your skin? I didn't think so. And why do you want to be a human so much? Okay, let's go with sandwiches. Okay, it's kind of food. You get some bread and... Okay, I don't need the recipe, maybe later. The point is that you can't eat only sandwiches your whole life, right? You'd get bored. How do you know the statue was? It's gonna take me a little bit, but hey. And... Okay, I'm gonna do it well enough anyway. Okay, guys, give me a little bit of time because, as I said, yeah. Okay, let's try this. How do you know how the statue works? Okay, how do you know how the statue works? I just kind of know. Maybe I'll start closing on or something. Okay, that's a joke. So now, maybe a frog gave me this emerald. How is that possible? Okay, we're in this cave. It's kind of far from water. Yeah, but I've always been really drawn to the statue. Oh, maybe I am the frog chosen one. Kneel before me, human. Okay, no, nah, just kidding. I've always been pretty devout though. A particularly religious frog? Well, unlike you, we humans, frogs only have the one god. And if there's only one game in town, you might as well play, right? Well, that seems important. Why don't you take the gem out yourself? I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't exactly have fine motor control, okay? You think pretty well. Yeah, maybe because you're more religious than the others. Nah, I mean, I'm devout as hell, but the others aren't less devout. Frogs all share the same mind. Oh yeah, are you still connected to others? No, I can't hear them thinking anymore. To be honest, it's nice to finally get a little peace and quiet. That's interesting. Okay, why do you want to be a human so much? Okay, so thumbs are pretty good. I guess I don't appreciate mine enough. Right, forget being a frog. Being a frog sucks, and I guarantee the others agree with me. Well, except you can't really guarantee that because you don't share the same mind anymore. You don't know what they're thinking. I think we are onto something. I think we are going the good route right now. Oh, look at you, all used to having hairs and being able to split them. It's true though. It seems rude to do this to those people. Don't take the side. This is what they got. They deserve to be turned at frog. That's right, they do. But the guy's blasting the guy's a frog god, okay? Okay, but are they all guilty? Okay, he seems like a pretty good guy. That was the one who stole the guy in the first place. He's the particular guy who wrecked the statue, and now you want to wreck it even more. You're just super devout and religious frog, right? It doesn't make any sense that you would want to fix it. Well, sometimes you gotta break eggs if you wanna make a broken egg thing, some kind of food or whatever. I think it's an omelet, but okay. Yeah, right. Look, what I'm hearing here... Okay, finally figure out the order. Look, what I'm hearing here is, you think all the humans should suffer for the actions of just one guy who did something that you want to make worse, and you don't even know how the other frogs feel about it. Well, that's... I mean... Alright kid, I guess you got me dead to rights. Ha! And that face, which isn't actually yours. Thing is, though, your point being valid doesn't obligate me to change my mind. Oh. I'll tell you what, you can prove to me that the other former frogs around me don't want to be humans, and it was really only one human to blame for this blasphemy, then maybe we can work out a better solution to this. How do I do that? You're an adventurer, aren't you? Go on around and poke at stuff and talk to people, that's your whole deal. The other frog people can't talk. Yeah, remember, I tried on my way here, probably. Oh yeah, well, probably being next to this statue would help me develop faster, so maybe it would help them too? Let me see that emerald you got. Okay. Okay, yeah, this eye isn't glowing like that one, see? Maybe it can be recharged. He holds the emerald against the statue, and after a moment it begins to glow softly. Nice, okay, take this and see if it doesn't help you communicate with the others. I'll cool my heels here while you're gone. That's the thing you do with heels, right? This is the most beautiful thing a frog has ever boffed at you. It's glowing from within. Right, oh, I never introduced myself. I'm Vivian Taylor. Oh yeah, name's right. I'm Frogger Loathing. Frogger? Loathing? Do all frogs have frog in a name like that? No, frogs don't have names. One line, remember? I just kind of found this name in here. In this cave. In this guy's head. Don't ask me to try to explain that. I don't get it either. Weird coincidence though, right? Yeah, huh. Okay, but now we can talk to the guys. Yeah, the emerald eye of the frog god glows softly. Hi there, how's being a human treating you? Do you have any water? Pour some water on me. Excuse me, my skin's too dry, I'm drying out. That's not really a problem for humans. I mean, I guess a small problem. You can get moisturizer cream for it. What are you talking about? I'm dying here. I'm pretty sure you can't die of dry skin. I won't be able to breathe. I'll shrivel up and die. That's not how water... a little bit dramatic. So, if I were to ask you if you're enjoying being human, yeah, right. Okay, hi there, how's it going? I'm so hungry, I can't catch anything. Catch? This new tongue isn't nearly long enough. I see a fly go past and... Right. Nothing! Nothing! I'm starving! Have you tried using your hands? My hands? My hands that are always touching the ground? Well, that's the most unhygienic thing I ever heard. Disgusting! So, would you say you enjoy being a human? I don't know how to make that sound. Okay, I'll put you down as no. Hi, excuse me. Don't eat me! Wow, gee, I'm not going to eat you. No, sorry, you startled me. I thought you were a snake for a second. You don't really need to worry about snakes. I mean, okay, you should be careful about poisonous ones, but... What are you talking about? Well, you're much bigger now. Sure, so just imagine how big the snakes must be. Giant snakes, big enough to eat a frog my size in one bite. Can you imagine? Nowhere is safe. They'll smash down this shack like it was nothing. I'd better go, you're going to give me nightmares. Okay, so can I even look in these lockers because I remember she was afraid of this, but we couldn't talk to her. No, don't! What there's a giant Watara in there? I don't know what that is. It's a type of frog-eating lizard from New Zealand. Well, if through some sort of hilarious coincidence or misadventure that does happen to be one of them, it'll get me first, and you can run away. Well, okay. There's actually not much in the way of personal possessions in here. Wrapped clothes, some cracked and dented hard hats, a few family photos taped inside of the doors, and a note that says, taking photographs on the inside of the locker doors is a violation of protocol and will be noted on your record, management. Lovely, I think that's before they started unionizing. Okay, nothing in this? I'll talk to the foreman in just a bit. Hi? Hello? What was that weird sound? What sound? That sound I just made, there it is again. They mean talking, I guess. But what's with all these different noises? Normally I just go run it and everyone gets what I mean. Well, you're a human now, it works differently for us. It's wildly inefficient, clumsy, and confusing. I don't like this at all. Well, how do you like being a human apart from that? Rabbit. Even a basic rabbit sounds so weird and gross. I guess I'll put you down as doesn't like it. Okay, let's examine them in detail. Okay, there's a lot of incidents of workers being written up for complaining, also a lot of injury reports, and wow, the salaries listed are pathetic, nearly to the point of being criminal. You also find a handwritten letter from one of the workers, formally requesting that the crew be issued new hard hats. Scrolled across the bottom in another hand is the comment. What, does he think I'm made of money? It sounds like almost every boss, I guess. Hi there, how are you feeling? What's going on? Where am I? What am I? Judging by your suit and office, you're in the body of a wealthy quarry owner. I don't know what that means. Is it something to do with money? I certainly want a lot of that, whatever it is. Around here, money is more specifically called meat. Meat, gotcha. Do you have any? Give me some. Sorry, no. I need that for purchasing goods and services. Is that? Are goods and services not just available for those that need them? Well, I really don't have time to explain capitalism to you. Well, whatever, I don't need to understand how stuff works. I just need that sweet meat. It's kind of disturbing how quickly you've picked this up. Come on, buddy, I'm desperate. My meat number isn't going up at all. Help me out here. He's really good at that. I'm just going to back away right now. Okay, we do not have to tell the frog guy about it. Hey, you haven't seen a key for the safe around, have you? A key? Is that what this little pointy brass dookie key in my leg skin hole is? Pocket, that's called a pocket. Yeah, probably. Can I have it? That depends on how much meat you're going to give me. I'll give you... Yeah, a million meat. I'll give you 50 meat. For 50 you can rent the key for 1 minute. Sure, whatever, it's a deal. Yeah, the dude is really good at learning how this works. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe he was... Was he like that as a frog? I don't know. hand over the meat, and the frogman lends you his brass key. Look at all the speed, I'm going to use it to get more meat, and then use that meat to get more meat. It's important, it's alright, as a way to keep score against other people who have a lot of meat. Sure. Okay, let's not get too unsubtle here. You unlock the safe, return the key, and find a bunch of tins of fancy expensive caviar. Rich and foie brand caviar. Okay, it doesn't actually say caviar, it says boulet de poisson serre. But the picture on the side of the tin looks like caviar. There was a lot of it in that, say. The woman must really be into the finer things in life, sorry. Where finer is defined as expensive. Is that a different kind of? Okay, anything else over here? Okay, you shuffle the papers around. There are mainly invoices and a receipt. The three things you find of interest are a yacht catalog, a telegram, and a receipt from the Pinkertons. There's a picture of a particularly fancy yacht that's been circled in red ink. The price is listed as 200,000 meat. Holy shit. Good grief, you'd have to grind a whole lot of random encounters to see that kind of money. Okay, the telegram. This prepared to offer 2,500 grand for each emerald of cut, color, and clarity you described. So please telephone to arrange. Please telephone to arrange visit and inspection by our expert. Stop. Regards, Seymour Hart here. I keep forgetting that in telegrams. Stop like a full stop is actually a word. 500,000 meat. Gee, that would buy a whole lot of gumballs. Hey, check out the recipe. It's got a fancy pick and toast National Detective Agency logo at the top, and the charge listed is 500 meat for services rendered on July 6th of last year. Well, it tells that the guys running this place was absolutely horrible. Nothing else over here? I think I checked. He has wild looking at that. Better leave him alone, you might get mugged. Okay, I've seen everything on the desk. So nothing over here just yet. I'm gonna go to the frog bug and see what the frogs have to say. Okay, good luck and be careful. Okay, thank you. I'm going to be careful. Okay, thanks for the extra meat, sucker. Okay, so once again, look, you're not asphyxiating, you're fine. Are you nuts? My skin's so nice, just hanging off of me. Look, that's your clothes. Oh, forget it. Yeah, it's not going too good. Okay, and you're not finding out about the frogs and humans and vice versa? I've talked to all the frogs. What about the human side of things? Well, from what I discovered, this was a really crappy place to work. I'm still looking around though. Okay, well, rather than have you explain things piecemeal, let's keep it simple and figure the explanation until you've finished. Fair enough, I guess. Okay, judging from the smell and thick cloud of flies, that is not a place for a good time. Let's not go back there unless you have a really good reason. Okay, so I needed to still... Okay, I can talk to the guys. I already talked to the human frog. What else? I checked everything. Alright, I think this is... I haven't checked this place up, and I have to examine every single thing over here once again, even though... Yeah, clearly the employees here weren't being fed very well, or possibly at all. Maybe that's why there weren't very many. Maybe they ate each other. Right, I forgot that even despite the fact that I checked already every single thing over here. Yeah, I need to recheck it once again for Frogger. Okay, an institutional metal bed frame and the thinnest mattress you've ever seen. The sheets are rotated too, although they look like someone's doing their best to keep them clean. There's a note on the headboard. Whoever's doing it, please take your boots off when it's your turn to use the bed, no matter how tired you are. Yeah, that's, I think there's... Like, you know, if there's some sort of list of workplace violations or something like that, I think someone turned this into a freaking checklist, actually. Yeah, I've talked to all the procs. Yes, I'm done investigating all that. Okay, great. So what did you find out? Well, all the procs either hate their new human bodies or they're being driven crazy by them. They're all having a really terrible time. Oh geez, really? Well, that stinks. I like those guys. On the human side, it's clear that everyone working here was super miserable except the foreman, who was keeping all the profits for himself while he paid the workers basically nothing and spent even less than that on maintaining the place. Also, he was planning on selling those emeralds. I can basically guarantee that the foreman forced the guy you're wearing to take the eye. Well, that sounds pretty conclusive. So what now? I guess you better go ahead and change everyone back. It's gonna suck to go back to being a frog after tasting this sweet human freedom. But now the frogs hate us and the humans don't deserve it, so go ahead and put the emerald back in the idol. There might be another option. What do you mean? Well, we've got one frog who wants to be a human, and one human who sucks and should probably get some justice, right? Oh, yeah, swap me into Foreman's body and change everyone else back? Yeah, can we do that? Is that a thing? Let's see, if we swap, if the swaps really were a, proximity sort of thing, then it'd be that. But then, okay, yeah, I think it might be doable. No guarantees, but hey, when are there ever guarantees, am I right? What's your plan? First thing we need to do, and by we you mean me, naturally, is get the foreman's body and my frog body down here next to the idol. How do I do that? Well, how do humans generally get people to do things you want them to do? Bribery? I was gonna say ask nicely, but when you think about it, a bribe is the ultimate form of asking nicely. Of course it is. Okay, I'm on it. Disgusting. Okay, vein of extra bloody hematite. Okay, thank you. Unfortunately, I have to fight these things right now. Good God, I hate that sound. I absolutely hate the sound that these things make. Okay, so much better. Okay, now this frog and a machine gun. Good. And why do I need two? A giant pile of swimming maggots. Also a swimming pile of giant maggots. Yeah, one huge, nasty, wriggling gross. Imagine something about the size and shape of a sweet potato, except white, sticky, and wiggling. Alright, this is the way completely out of the quarry, and not... Yeah, that's freaking terrible, like... disgusting. Okay, anyways, I think I need to rifle through. Ah, there you go. You look through the personal files again, and not surprisingly, you don't find anyone named Fielding. Okay. You do find a guy named Roger Fielding, though. It makes much more sense as a human name. He has a lot of black marks on his record for things like not shutting up about workplace safety conditions and whining about food. Nice. Okay, so we got everything. Now time to get this dude to the cave. Hey, can I get you to follow me for a minute? There's something I need to show you. But I don't have time to do the things that a poor person does. The only place I'm going to is to the top. Please, it's important. The only thing important to me is M-U-N... Wait, how do you spell money? With an O. M-O-N-N-E-I. Okay, maybe I can make it worth your while? Oh yes, are you going to give me more meat? I must warn you, now that I've established myself as a human of wealth, my price has increased drastically. How much? 12 billion meat. That isn't a real number. Numbers go on forever, you don't know them all. Come on, this tin of fancy caviar. What's that? Fish eggs? Ew, that sounds like something a frog would eat, and I'm a human person. No, this is food specifically liked by rich human people. You can tell because the label is in French, see? Something about the juxtaposition of the word food and French makes me deeply uncomfortable. No, thank you. You shrug and put the caviar back in the safe. You aren't feeling either hoity or toity enough to eat it yourself. Well, how about this big juicy nugget? That is also frog food. I am a human, a wealthy human, but look at how fat and meaty it is. When did you ever see a maggot this sized? Only the truly wealthy could afford to eat such an enormous maggot. It does look pretty good. I mean, I'd have eaten it myself already, but since I'm poor, I didn't think I deserved it. But if you don't want it, you move the maggot toward your mouth, slowing down considerably as you get closer. It writhes in your hand like a weasel trapped in a wet brown bag. No, stop! Oh, thank God. I won't allow it. You're quite right. This nugget is a feast only for those who truly appreciate it. Hand it over immediately. Come with me to a cave in a quarry, and I'll give it to you when we get there. Very well, if you insist. Lead the frogman to the idol in the cave, give him the maggot, and convince him to stay there for a while with promises of more maggots later. Cool. Okay, time to go to the frog bug. A radio transmission scribe. A series of beeps and tones of varying length and pitch, random noise, perhaps some coded message. I don't think number stations have been invented yet. Why, it's Morse code and a distress call. As you listen further, you'll learn that the frog has swallowed a shortwave radio and now suffers intestinal trouble. You'll clean the frog and relieve him in a manner best left unexplained. Okay, thank you. Hey, is anyone here named Roger Fielding? I'm looking for a man named Roger Fielding, whose mind is trapped inside the body of the frog, and I cannot believe what my life has become. A frog comes up to you. Hey, are you Roger? I sure hope that means yes. Listen, I am this close to fixing this whole mess. I just need you to come back to that island with me. You lead Roger back into the cave. This should be it, I believe. Looks like you got both of them. Nice work. Are you sure that's the right frog? As sure as I can be. It's not like they have name tags. What's next? Well, here's my plan. You put the emerald back in the statue, undoing the curse. The foreman and I both zap back into our original bodies. The foreman sees the emeralds, and because he's a greedy hopper, he grabs one, reactivating the curse. Well, he does that, I jump onto his head, ensuring that I'm the nearest frog to him when the switch happens. Okay, I only see one thing wrong with that plan. What's that? I don't want to be a frog. When he reactivates the curse, it'll switch everybody. Nothing is actually fixed by this. Ah, yeah, that's our other plan. See, I think we can avoid that. You think? Because I'm a devout worshipper of the frog god, and all the frogs share one mind, so the whole frog mind prays to the frog god to only kill this one jerk who's stealing the eye from the statue. Hopefully, the frog god will listen. Hopefully. Look, if you got a better plan, I'm all ears. Well, just the 2 years, but that's 2 more than I used to have. Fine, I'll put the eye back. Okay, return the missing eye. Hey, in the interest of full disclosure, I should point out that this is a one-way decision. If you mess with the idol, you won't be able to change your mind afterwards, so don't mess it up. Return the missing eye. Okay, you stuck the missing emerald back into the statue. Both eyes flash with a brilliant green light, then dim again. What the blazes? Ah, jeez, my brain feels all slimy and weird. Fielding, did I tell you to get me these emeralds? I thought I... Forget it. Clearly, if I want something done right around here, I've got to do it myself. Okay. As the foreman grabs the emerald and twists it, you see the frog jump onto his head and close his eyes real tight. The frog god's emerald eyes flash a bright, almost blinding green light. There. Did it work? Did what work, boss? You check your hands, they are thankfully your regular human hands. Yeah, it worked. Ha ha ha, yes! Take the other emerald, okay. You pop the other emerald out of its socket. The frog god's eyes flare again, and then go dark, this time for good. Another gleaming emerald. You aren't normally one for prying eyes, but in this case you made an exception. Ribbit? What the heck is going on here? I'll explain later. What's going on here is you get a raise and a week's vacation. All the workers get a raise and a week's vacation. Yeah, the frog is shocked. Are you feeling okay, boss? It's going to take a lot of explaining. Thanks for all your help, kid. Vivian, I should say. You did good. Ah, no problem, Frogger. Or whatever your name is now. Unfortunately, I gotta ask you for that emerald back. I think I'm gonna need to sell these to get this place up to code and clean up the ecological damage and pay the workers real salaries and so on. Shut. Well, okay. Here, let me take this frog with you. Maybe you can teach him not to be such a hopwad. Nice. You're Mr. Hayne, the greedy frog. The frog seems confused, but not too confused to know a fat wallet when it smells one. Steals meat from your enemies. Weird. Thanks. Hey, what's going on? Do you know the phrase, me the new boss, the same as the old boss? This is sort of the opposite of that. help me out here? I was a frog until just a minute ago. Yeah, and the frog that was keeping your body warm for you is now driving the foreman around. I think you'll like him. He's a real decent guy. Huh, okay. You might have to teach him some real unexpected things, though. Okay, big thumbs up gives me takes him a couple of tries, but we have the entire course finished. Everything alright? What's going on? I heard there's a new foreman. Well, in a sense, yeah. Any rate, things should run a lot more equitably around here from now on. I think I had some kind of weird dream. I feel all groggy. Close, very close. How's it going? My mouth feels weird, but other than that, everything's normal, I guess. Is it true that we got new foreman? Yeah, that's a fact. Well, sort of, in a sense. As long as we can get some decent food around here, I'll be satisfied. I don't think that'll be a problem, except that you might have to be real specific about what decent food means. What? Well, you'll see. Everything okay? I heard Mr. Haim had some sort of change of heart. Is it true? I don't know about his father, but he could say he changed his mind. That's wonderful news. Do you think he'd buy me a new mop? Mine only has the stick left. Wow, if your expectations are that low, you're going to have a real surprise. A bucket? Oh my god. That's terrible. That's absolutely fucking terrible. Okay, everything here? Are you okay? I'll be fine if I can just get some sleep instead of working 4 shifts. I heard the foreman declared a holiday. Do you think he'll give me a few hours off? In fact, I heard him say everyone gets a whole week off. Oh, thank God. I'm so tired I could sleep on a granite block. Like that one right there. Which is where I have actually been sleeping. On alternate Sundays. Wow. Okay, is there anything else that I have left in this place? Let's take a look. If I can take one more. I still brought the last damn night he had in there. No thanks. Okay, so this place is fixed. Right, let's deal with this. And I have to do this like this. Dimp. And once again. Because unfortunately now the banjo deals physical damage. So, yeah. Hey, just checking to make sure everything worked out right. All of the frogs are just ordinary frogs now, right? Right? Yeah, I think they are. Good, so now we can go to the main place in this entire swamp. Okay, sneak past them. Sneaking past them won't do anything, I'll just go to the to the other end of this building. Okay, you carefully sneak up behind the gator man, waiting for the Pokemon to strike, and then you step on a screaming eel, one of the more amply named forms of wildlife endemic to this area. Human trespassers, sound alarm! Okay, great. Okay, let's take a look at this dude. He's pretty damn tough because he gets higher stats. The more he gets damage. Okay, will I be able to finish him up? I will be able to finish him up. Good. Yeah. That's kind of gross, but still... Okay, go forth, my pet rock. Okay, this should be more than enough. 29 physical damage. And a machine gun. Good. Very, very good. Okay, and Gatorman skin pounds. No, I'm not crawling through. Thank you. Okay, so this is the exit. And this... Well, just gotta keep fighting. I mean, there is a way to, like, there is a way to sneak past most of these guys and not fight, but this is not what I'm interested in. I'm absolutely not interested in being peaceful and pacifistic. Okay, thank you. Anything left over here? Charles, hey! Charles! Here, there, heal you. Oh, right. Boy, am I glad to see you, kid. Thought I was a goner. You're an adventuresome type and all. You know how to pick a lock? Only with a appropriately shaped key. You'll have to get it out there later then. I think his room's down the other end of the hall. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, what do we have here? It's one of those fridges, you know, the ones hanging on big rusty chains. The chain wasn't attached very well, and the whole thing comes loose, refrigerator on a chain. Now that the refrigerator know the chain is in very good shape, but you're probably not going to find a better version of this very specific combination. Okay, there's nothing of value on the shelves, probably not even by Gatorman standards. This is a kitchen, only in the same sense that it's a place where a food is prepared. Right. Even if Gatorman bothered to cook their meals, they probably don't cook them in an electric stove standing in 18 inches of water. It's a nasty pipe sticking out of the wall. It probably leads to the outside, but you try to fire a whole horde of Gatorman there, have to crawl through that thing because it smells terrible. I could prepare a meal and get them all distracted. I don't want to. Okay, the wide loafers, okay. Loose length of rusty chain, thank you. The item on the shelf are all too nasty for you to look up, let alone touch. Okay, the barrel says chloroform, and so does the smell leaking out of it. Woof. I see what you're going for, and sure, filling this place with chloroform fumes would knock out all of the guards, but it would also knock you out, and the water you're standing in is almost knee-deep. You can double-check your to-do list if you want, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a round schedule for today. Fair enough, okay, so... Can I do anything here? No. So, just gotta find the guys. Do I have any combat items that would work on all of them? I mean, I might try to use this. My physical damage, extra action points, let me think. Okay, I can pimp this guy, and once again, because his stats keep going up. Okay, physical damage. Let's take care of this dude first. I'm just glad that the guy that we found earlier, the hobo one, isn't here to see that. Okay, anything over here? Nope, okay. Hey, go away. Nope, I will not. Investigate, that's great. You think the Gatorman's taste in books is as bad as everything else about them? Keeping the rust off your iron fist, don't eat your henchmen, tips for new rulers, spot welding guide for ad hoc fortresses, okay, ad hoc fortresses. Yeah, these are all pretty much what you expect, except, well, here's one that seems interesting. Making the most of your stabbings. Grants a combat skill Knife in the Dog, deal 25% of an enemy's max HP and physical damage. There are so many places to stab a person that had never even occurred to you. There are some diagrams in the bag that show the most painful places to stab each of the most stunning categories of stabbing victim. You can memorize it, but it takes some effort. Let's upgrade. You study the weakness of your future foes until you're confident that you're the best stabber you can be. You practice your stabbing on a nearby tree, but you don't have a knife handy, so you use the book instead. It's destroyed in the process. But now I have one attack that will damage someone by 35% of their health. Okay, this is a real seed of power. Actually, I want to take a look. Do I have anything else in the books? Okay, that's Alton Chapman's Diary, History of Mudhenge, Mutton Recipes, College Textbooks, okay, His Majesty's Least Favorite Poems, Fleet Armor. You know what? Let's increase our health points. How much health do I have right now? 52 points. That's possible. Okay, the chain done. Okay, property private scram. This stuff kind of looks like all that El Vibrato stuff from earlier. You don't know what that object is, but oh hey, it's got blood all over it. It's an altar. A weird pedestal. Touch it. Thank you. Also, Okay, I serious, go away, of course. Also, I like how teleporting over here puts me in a stop motion like in 80s sitcom. It's extremely broken, let's fix it. All these blocks are clearly trying to move in a way that makes sense. They must have just gotten knocked out of alignment. Let's realign them. You move the blocks around relative to each other until they start moving in a more satisfying pattern. Assuming you're a person who thinks a smooth circular pattern is more satisfying than a jittery spark spewing chaos. Surely everybody is that kind of person. This has to be right. Yep. Oh. Okay, I got a little bit zapped. Good grief, you would have fixed it if you'd known it was gonna be so ungrateful. But Vigor of Power, you've been blasted with a bunch of ancient lasers, and it has a ring in the ancient laser power concealed in the mitochondria of your cells. You can use 3 additional combat items per round. That's one of the best upgrades in the entire game. Once again, the ending of a full house stop motion. I warning, kill you. No, he won't. Okay, let's avoid the beams. In the weirdest show of dexterity that I've ever seen. But I guess it works. It's so fucking stupid, but I love it. Hey, you worse, I destroy. Goliath kill. Right. But I've probably specified who you wanted to kill. But now, this is a fight that normally is insanely difficult. But yeah, I am going to do this and I'm going to show you how. First, bottle cap ring. You can't take more than 5 damage at once. That's the first and most important thing. And another thing, yeah, messing with this thing did not end well for the Gatorman Chief. Doesn't look like it's going to end particularly well for you either. Let's fight it. Really? You don't need to go toe-to-toe with a thing whose toes are bigger than your head. Fight it. Okay, I'm gonna do that whole fourth wall thing everybody does. This is a super hard optional boss fight. Not at all balanced. We didn't even bother to test whether it's possible to win. It is, and I'll show you. Now, look. Goliath Gator statue, I have to read this for you because my avatar is obstructing it. Health point. His maximum health point is 1111. Muscle, Mysticality, and Moxie on 12. Irritable. 1. This target will increase all of its stats by 1 every time it's damaged. Physical armor, it's okay? Immune to bleeding, poison, and on fire. Intense. Goliath Gator statue intends to power up, increasing all of its stats by 3 and then blast your entire body for 12 physical damage. This dude gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and the only way to deal with him, first thing first, Knife in the Dark. So 388 physical damage, ignoring armor. There we go. And now we just gonna do Timp and over and over and over, because he's just going to keep getting stronger all the time, so I'm using his power against him. And because I have one cap ring, he cannot deal more than 5 damage to me in one turn, and even then, I still have 4 of those. Scrap metal. It will give me shield, and this will not end your turn. You may use 6 more combat items, okay? Cannot. So, yeah, shielded basically means that it absorbs the attack that's coming onto me. Okay, Sacks of Violence and Plot, because of course. And that's all, and I do not want to use the battery just yet because I just don't need it. So let's keep plunking. Also, Sacks of Violence is, yeah, pretty important in this case because it will keep damaging this dude. And it will keep increasing his stats over and over. So, once again, just gonna keep using his own stats against him. And it's good because the dude seems to want to constantly focus only on me, which means that everybody else can keep chipping away at his health, and increase his stats, which is good because... Yeah, because now I can deal even more damage to this dude over time. Unfortunately, he also has this weird attack where he decreases all of my stats. Yeah, this stuff. Which technically means that my banjo plunk does less damage to the dude. But yeah, still, as long as I can hit the dude and make him more irritated, that's good. Almost done. One more. Just one more attempt and... Well, okay, my pet rod got hit a lot. But there you go, all done. You won! Wow, I seriously would not have bet money on that outcome. Ancient wristwatch. You're pretty sure this is actually meant to be a wristwatch, but you're also pretty sure you're not going to encounter anybody who knows that for sure. And 33 experience for that fight. This is kind of a middle finger, but... Anyways, the Goliath is destroyed. There's the puddle. You poke around in the mulch until you find something that looks more or less like an old iron key, except kind of blurry. It sizzles and twitches in your hand as you pick it up. This has to be the key Charles mentioned. This room seems to be a dead end. There's nothing interesting beyond where the Goliath was. Let's go back and unlock Charles. You make your way quickly back up to the room where he was being held. Whoa. There's one companion that you could technically find in the swamp, but you need to consume at least one shadow item, and I'm not doing this. Okay, you found the key? I think so. It's kind of weird though. Yeah, I don't like the looks of that at all. I'd bet dollars to donuts that's the artifact we're looking for. It couldn't possibly be the key to this random Gatorman cage in the middle of nowhere then, could it? Well, it might have some kind of key-related powers. Normally I'd advise against using it, but I don't see any other way out of this mess. Okay, here goes. The key shifts unpleasantly in your hand, buzzing and clicking for a jerky slice of cage, as though searching for the particular slice of higher dimensional object that will fit this lock. When it finally finds the right one, it jerks forward in your hand and whisks, and the lock flicks open. Your hand feels numb. Thanks, Vivian. Oh, for sure my bacon was well and truly fried. Don't mention it, Charles. Let's just get the heck out of this dump. With no further cause to stick around, apart from any unfinished side quests you might have, but you can always come back for them later. You can escort Charles back to town. Yeah, thankfully I already did everything in the swamp. Vivian, you found the cursed artifact and brought Charles back home safe. I can't express how grateful I am. I don't know what we'd do without him. Thank you so much. Oh, it was... Well, it wasn't nothing, but you know. Yeah, I get it. Don't forget to uncurse that thing before you go to bed. This key seems like it has to power to open any lock. That could be extremely useful. Would it really be all that bad if I didn't uncurse it? Well, I'm not gonna drag you into the machine and force you to do it, but yes, I don't actually know what would happen if you don't uncurse it, but I assume it would be pretty bad. Look, you uncursed all the other things, right? I did? Great, so go ahead and uncurse this one too, okay? Better safe than sorry. You're not fun. Okay, let's uncurse. Yeah, the key jumps up to the roof of the dome and sticks there shaking and keening. That's some key snake against the metal. Glides in the stone, wine flicker and cut out completely. Dang it. Only when the power is out does the key calm down, give up the most odious part of itself in the machine and drop back down on your lap. Light returns to the store. Fixed it, we had a spare light bulb under the cat. Okay. Putting that turbo key on chain has rendered it decorative. The key first lingers in the machine. It is itself an arcane lock to be solved only by projection of consciousness. Of course we have to do this. Alright, is the train mystery. I have assembled everyone just as you asked, Detective. The victim's wife and the two men who were present in the passenger car at the time. I confess the truth of this murder continues to elude me, but no doubt you are soon to enlighten us with your great powers of deduction and observation. May I inspect the body again? No, that wouldn't be fair to the other passengers who haven't had a look yet. Of course. I see. But I will tell you again what I know. At 11:13 a.m., the professor dropped dead in his chair after sitting down with his wife for a cup of tea. At that time, Mr. Ryo Enshi and Mr. Andretti were the only passengers present in his car. Mr. Perry returned later. The rest I'll leave to you to deduce, Detective. Yeah, I need a moment. Okay, anything under here? Nope. Okay, Nicola Andretti, a businessman. Okay, the businessman Andretti adjusts his cufflinks. I told you I'd never even heard of this man. I know Burgos College, of course, an excellent institution, but I didn't know he was a professor there. Now come on, let's not delay our journey further. I'm traveling with 19 suitcases of exotic rubber to make new and exciting wheels at the factory. Detective mode. You observe closely to see what you can deduce. Exotic rubber, eh? No doubt from the jungles of Almodovar, whose local brand of nicotine I smell on his collar. Of course, the rubber plants of Almodovar don't just yield material for bouncy tires, but an odorless poison, lethal when drunk in hot tea. But why would this man abet the murder of a stranger? I suspect the answer lies in the resume of the table, and the name printed on it, Martin Perry. Okay, Yuna Ryo Kenshi, the victim's wife. The widow Ryo Kenshi dabs her eyes with a handkerchief embroidered with words, mourning rags and wipes, of course. A moment's privacy, please, detective. I had nothing to do with my husband's death and no reason to let him gone. He was a kind man and not the rich one. Everything he made he spent on the roulette tables. He owed over 700 of them. Okay. That's the largest collection in the world. We're traveling to Yorba Linda so the mayor could give my husband the key to the city. But that won't happen now. If it is that, you should take some observation. Someplace the simplest answer is the correct one. She says she had no reason to wish her husband dead, but a chemical stain in her cuticles and the fingerprints on the windows above, which she opened to dispose of the murder weapon, tell the tale more truly. But the nose reveals even more. Observe the zigzag pattern with the medial cleft below the nostrils. It's called Petrie's philtrum, and it's a rare genetic condition she shares with Martin Perry, her son. Okay. Okay, the young man is absent-mindedly but methodically disassembling and reassembling a fountain pen. Okay, it's as I said, yes, the man was a professor of mine at Bergwatt College, and yes, he gave me a C and a D. You mean cease and desist? But that's no reason to kill a man, wouldn't you agree? Besides, at the time of his death, I was in the laboratory trying to figure out what all the bits and pieces do. Perfect alibi, wouldn't you agree? Hey, detective observations ring about your mind. He's right, to me C and D are no reason to kill one's professor, but is that the whole story? Observe how the boy tinkers with a fountain pen in the trained laboratory. He fancies himself a mechanic, but he wouldn't get a foot in the door of that profession if his C and D stood for card guns. Nobody would be able to hire him unless the professor who awarded those ignominious grades died. In that event, every grade he ever gave would be voided, and this young man could take a plunge up in car manufacture and start earning the big bucks. If that was actually, true, like the professor dies and all their grades are rendered void, that would start like a wave of mass murders at universities. I have solved this murder. It was never in doubt, detective. Now tell us all what happened here. The victim was poisoned by Yume Ryokenshi. What? Please, all will become clear. The victim was poisoned by Yume Ryokenshi with exotic poison from the Almodovar rubber tree. Where do we have to void Martin Perry's car down the grade so he could make tires for Mr. Andretti? Young Martin Perry dreams of working on cars, and his fresh ideas excite Mr. Andretti, who runs a tire factory. But Master Perry's professor has effectively blacklisted him as a car dunce, unemployable. What to do? Kill the professor? Of course, and void that odious grade. Here the plot becomes most wretched. Master Perry's mother, Yume Ryokenshi, marries the professor and arranges for him to be present on the very same train as Master Perry and Mr. Andretti, who supplies an undetectable poison administered by Mr. Ryokenshi, Mrs. Ryokenshi, and voila! No more professor, no more car dance, but there is one thing our three conspirators did not count on. Me. Pause for applause. I'm not ashamed. Any parent would do the same. As with any manager seeking new talent with interesting ideas about tires, if you call someone a car dance, you're branding them for life, and you're responsible for anything that happens next. How awful! The three of them in it together? Tell you what, detective, at the next stop, they can all get out and take the bus. That's sick business. Quite so, a wonderful feeling. I seem to be possessed of great gift, great powers of deduction observation, and to use them, here's another, a gift that is called a reward. Gift from a trained coroner in a dream or in something. Nice ring, isn't it? Look what rewards are cute and powerful. Look how the world itself reveals itself at your touch. Yeah, I mean, and this is the thing, you can leave the sequence right now, but it will not remove the curse. You will have the ring though. It will basically allow you to have a detective mode for like giving you a little bit of extra information about what you are interacting with. But to completely undo the curse, you need to just ramble right now. Yeah, what are you doing, detective? You already solved the case. You're given great power and you used it. Don't you remember? Don't you remember the ring? You're being foolish right now. You, as I said, you need to ramble. You need to completely ramble all the time. You're a fool! A fool! I gave you great powers of deduction and observation. I gave you the power to bend back the skin of the world and sniff up it inside. How very wasted! You really want to live without this power? You really want to live in the dark? Yep. You're a fool, and I wouldn't sew that ring on a finger of a fool. Give it back now, you don't deserve it. I uncurse you. There you go. So, did that curse effectively try to bribe you into not destroying it? That's a little disconcerting. Look at the key that once harbored this shadowy magic. It shimmers in the light. Okay, meat drops, nice. You check your finger and pockets, no mysterious owl ring. You're reminded of the great figures of history who wielded incredible power and chose to give it up. You can't think of anyone specifically, but the concept is interesting to consider. Okay, who's someone famous who gave up great power? He's not famous, but my dad never eats more than he needs to at a buffet. That's like insane self-restraint. I don't remember where I heard it, but there's a rumor that Anne Boleyn had access to a tank but chose not to use it. No need, she said. And you know who else had a tank? Walt Whitman. Interesting. You got attacked by some weird shadow monster? Like sort of crazy abstract nightmare thing? Yeah, you seen them? Nope, never. Murray did though. He described them to me once. Did he have some kind of ultra-scientific name for them? Yeah, weird shadow monsters. Of course he did. Is there anything I can do about them? Well, here, take this ring. Murray gave it to me and said I could use it to banish them if I ever get attacked by one, but I never have, so I might as well take it. Banishes wandering shadow creatures. This cheap hunk of custom jewelry will probably turn your finger green, but it also banishes shadow monsters, so it's probably worth it. Maybe they're allergic to zinc. Thanks. Anything else? Hey, did you know that compasses used to be both different? What? Different how? Like North used to be called West or something? Alright, I kinda remember hearing about that. I was only about 3 years old when it happened though. It seems really disorienting. People can be accused of just about anything. Nobody complains anymore about how they stopped putting a lot in chewing gum, for instance. What? I guess so. Hey, how does this help you finding Murray? Okay, so we already talked about this one. So, okay, time to pick a fourth star. Right, the first applicant is Jarvis Hardware. I guess if your name is Jarvis, your options for rhyming business names are pretty limited. The second is Advanced Pants. It doesn't say what they plan on selling, but I have to assume that it's pants. The last applicant is Rock Fine Jewelry. A jewelry store could really class up Old Plunkett Street. Okay, let's go with the jeweler. Sounds fancy. Okay, I'll get the mood in and get the next storefront ready for applicants. Thanks, Charles. You install the longer fellow's wheel at what you decide is the bow of your room, and you set out the birth bath Barbara Yagra gave you. Ruben sharply flies over to it and starts splashing around. You set Flambeck's tiny workbench on your desk, and you find a hook on one of the ceiling beams and hang up your new refrigerator. Nice, the room is slowly coming together. In the steering wheel of your room. Yikes, probably better to keep going straight. Yeah, but all in all, the room slowly looks better. And I know it's been an hour, but I want to go through the dream sequence first, and then I will be wrapping up. And this is a specific dream sequence because it's not ours. A safe and warm, face October 20th, 1902. My diary. Okay, this diary is property of Margaret. Let's go with Margaret Thatcher. All artists got to keep out under penalty of law. Dear diary, yesterday our dog Daisy died. Papa said it was bound to happen because she was older than me, which isn't old for a kid, but it's really old for a dog. He said we'll get a new dog soon, but I was sad anyway. Some birthday. At school today, the teacher asked what you want to be when we grow up. I said I'll be God, because then I can make sure all the dogs live a long time and are always happy. Everyone laughed, and that jerk Billy Ripsley said, "Girl can't be God." So I said I'll be the president instead, because that's still as good. He said a girl can't be president either. Well, I'll show him. I'm gonna make all kinds of laws about being nice dogs, and I'll make being a jerk illegal too, so Billy Ripsley goes to jail and can't eat nothing but bread and water forever. So there. Of course. Okay, best covered in Ocean City paperwork. Poindexter, your insufferable bean counter. What is it, Terence? Madame Comptroller, I merely need your signature on these budget revisions. With this, the remainder of funds currently allocated to municipal services will be redirected to your shadow presidential campaign and your other projects. To be honest, as I'm recording this, and probably is gonna be relevant to what once I'll be posting this to YouTube. Yeah, this shit is a little bit on the nose and very aligns with current events. Yeah, that sounds a bit obvious. Rest assured, I'm only sparing you the details, which you have made quite clear to me that you find intolerably boring. The transactions will be meticulously obscured through shell corporations, cutouts, offshore accounts, and the like. Alright, good. You'd better not be skimming more off the top than I'm willing to ignore. Certainly not, Madam Comptroller. It's time to record an announcement of your candidacy for Shadow President. Alright, attention peons. Oh geez, don't call them peons, man. And please try for a less totalitarian tone generally. Right, so as something like, my fellow citizens, good evening, I, Margaret Thatcher. That's weird, that was funny when you said your last name. Don't worry about it. Hereby announce my candidacy for Shadow President. Vote for me or else. No, sorry ma'am, no. Start out by explaining who you are. Most of them probably don't pay much attention to local politics. Alright. In my role as Ocean City Comptroller, I have made it my mission to... Yeah, make sure you all get exactly what you deserve. Rob you suckers blind for my own nefarious ends. Yeah, that's way too true. Eliminate waste and graft in the city's finances. And I am proud to say that I have been completely successful through my program shutting down needlessly wasteful civic programs, thereby ensuring now you have time or energy to protest my actions once again way too on the fucking nose. Forcing you to live in desperate squalor like rats you are once again too on the nose, but the dude will stop us, so... Resolving a valuable taxpayer meet for the things that actually matter. Things like, mom, baseball, apple pie, ultimate power, family, prosperity, and freedom. Perfectly meaningless, love it. Okay, then just call to action to top it all up, and we're done. Yeah, vote for me and I'll pay you 100 meat. Someone tried it, I believe. Vote for me or I'll destroy you. Once again, the dude will stop us. Yeah, a vote for me is a vote for you. Oh, that's great, just perfect. Good, is that all? Yeah, we'll add all the legal this message blah blah blah, campaign of our Shadow President stuff in post. Great, I'm out of here. Time travel makes my guts itch. This guy is a yokel even by the standards of this time. Mayor Burby, I presume? Yes, who are you? I'm here to speak to you about the Crystal Dream Valley Dam project. I want you to make the dam much bigger, and much more powerful. Here are some revised plans. A dam this large would flood the valley and displace hundreds of people. And besides, the dam as planned would provide a perfectly adequate amount of power. Why would we need to make it bigger? How about a handshake agreement? What? I don't even know who you are. You want me to agree to this on the basis of a handshake? Specifically, I'm offering you the chance to shake hands with the handle of this large briefcase filled with meat. Oh! Well now, yes, I think this new plan is quite viable. Of course. Of course it is. This death was carved from a single block of tedium, the raw elemental form of boring work, of course. There's a sheep in your office. What the hell? It turns out that a lot of the president's time is spent on ceremonial bullcrap that nobody actually cares about. Case in point, pardoning the Thanksgiving turkey. None of your aides know what a turkey looks like, apparently. Pardon the damn thing anyway. Your desk covered in policy documents, both benevolent and malign. There's a note here about going back in time and making the Crystal Dream Dam bigger. Gotta get on that eventually. Of course. Ridiculous court wizard isn't taking the situation seriously. Give me a progress report on the SIT thing. Have you taken care of the problem yet? Oh, it's so dreary and unfestive there. All that math and science isn't holy or jolly. Screw your damn theme. Your entire job is dealing with magical issues. I won't have that dude getting interloper and messing around in the library. There's too much at stake. Yeah, so that was the dean. I guess we kinda... banished him to the Shadow Realm. Sorry, dude. Get it elsewhere. I'm giving Crimble's feral holiday status to the friggin' groundhog. You wouldn't. Go, get out of my office. There's 6 lockers. Some dumb jock kid you have to give a presidential fitness award to. Get it over with. Hey kid, how's it going? Hi? Brilliant. Alright, but the power invested in me as the Shadow President, here's an award for being able to climb a rope faster than most other kids, which is definitely important, and this is a great use of my time. Thanks. Do I give a speech? Whatever, I'm out of here. Okay, this dude? This miserable beast. President Strong, make rich. Yes, I know, and yes, you don't have to remind me of the terms of our two-world agreement. You're keeping your people mean and hungry? Yes, warriors mean, warriors hungry, good fighters. That's right, you're my ace in the hole, this stinking mud hole. If I need to use force, so you'd better stay on top of things if you want your make rich. Keep everyone worshipping at the Gator Shrine too, but for God's sake don't mess with the stuff in the basement. If you screw anything up down there, I will turn you into wallets, get me? I get. Good. She's getting progressively weirder. Okay, Dusty. More damn paperwork. How come nobody told me being present is all paperwork and talking to idiots? Sorry, ma'am, but the unwashed mass has gotta be kept in line while we amass power. Yeah, fine. I hereby sign this order declaring July 12th National Bread and Circuses Day. All citizens get a complimentary dinner roll and a free turn on the nearest suitable trapeze. Man, I ain't sure that. Who cares? Let Coolest deal with it. What's he even for anyway? This is all beneath me. Hellstrom? What is he? Didn't we kick his ass in West of Loathing? Alright, Hellstrom, let's hear your report. Everything's fine and dandy, ma'am. I don't rightly understand what this shadow energy stuff is exactly, or why you want so golden much of it, but the converters are spraying it out slick and grease bites out of Gatling gun. And plenty of slag left over to press into those weird monsters to like. Finally, some good news. So we'll meet the project deadline? Yep, though we'll need to expand the oil drilling operations some more. Needed to sign this permit so we can expand into lots. 210, 240. Sure, whatever. Wait, 110 to 140? That a problem? My family's farm is 223. Well ma'am, if you're wanting your weird black juice, we gotta get the regular black juice out of the ground first. Alright, fine. Sorry, Grandpa. Sign it. And I think this is it. So we got a little bit of a lore drop. Yep, it's a bit of a longer thing, but yeah. Okay, let's tickle this thing, nothing to use. Here, thanks. Rub the crystal. Consider the orb. Anything else? No. Bonus here, bonus here. Fairy fisticuffs, thanks. And what do we have here? Gatum and Cola. Increasing the maximum health, fetching health points. Good God, by 11. The only reason this isn't the worst beverage you can imagine is that you can imagine the same beverage except warm. But yeah, anyways, the dream sequence is done and we are about to kick off the next chapter. But it's been over an hour, like I said, so this is the spot for me to wrap everything up. So, without any further delay, that is all for today's episode. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Have a great one.